What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Rutger gameplay. And today we're going to be talking about Rutger as a tank. How does he feel and how does he stack up against the other tanks in Gigantic? So let's head over and let's talk about it. So I want to go ahead and apologize. I do not feel very well. I've been sick. That's why I haven't released any videos as of late. But let's talk about this Rutger build that I have been using thus far. So the first thing that I wanted to do whenever I set this build up was to basically set it to where the right click or the trimmers does the slow and does the weakens to the enemies. Instead of it actually pushing them up and kind of like putting them, you can almost use it as an escape mechanism if you're hit with it to a certain degree. So I wanted to use something that was a little bit more aggressive, where I could use it to slow someone down, move in and do some basic attacks with him whenever I do that. Next, for the level 3 upgrade on hit, you do gain shield. So of course I could have leaned into the armor ignoring damage there to get a little bit more damage out there, and then of course possibly get some bleed damage on top of that. I opted to go for a shield regen. So basically I want to slow him down, I want to move in, I want to do a ton of damage. In the meantime of doing that damage, I also want to be able to sustain myself as much as humanly possible. For the level 5 upgrade, I opted to go with the Burrow, where it restores shield over time, and then of course level 6 is going to restore more shield over time, and it increases your time underground as well. That way I can use that as an escape mechanism if I possibly need to, or I can use it as a way to actually get under the enemy and kind of disrupt them just a little bit. For the level 7 and 8 upgrade here, I did go with the wall. So basically I just went with the increases the wall duration. I could have went with teardown so that it does like AoE damage, but I want to use the wall as both an offensive and a defensive tool, right? So if I can pop a wall up, block them in a room, or be able to use it to block off certain areas while we're trying to cap points, then that is going to be a huge benefit. Whereas if someone's running away from you, you can of course do the teardown build to where it dazes the enemies and does AoE damage, but I would rather just shut them down in that moment, even if I'm not the one that's able to capitalize on getting the kill there. If my teammate is able to chase that person down and I can throw a wall out and they can take care of it, then it's a win-win for the team overall. As for the level 9 and 10 ability, level 9 gains a 25% degen resistance, and then the level 10 you gain a plus 200 shield. So for the talent, I went with mountain range, so it increases the range of the right click, and also on last hit buffs basic attack. So basically I have that as the ability to buff the hit damage, as opposed to using the actual, you know, armor ignoring damage with the build itself. I think Rutger's a really good tank, and I mean, him and Margrave are kind of like the tanks, right? You've got, of course, Lord Gnosis, who's a little bit more of like an aggro, high damage output brawler, skirmisher type tank. And then you also have a couple of other characters that can basically be used as off tanks. Paco, he kind of has a very interesting and weird playstyle, and Zandora is not bad as a tank. Has a lot of sustain and a lot of ability to escape from certain situations. But to me, Rutger and Margrave fill that traditional tank role, to the point where I almost feel like Rutger and Margrave's damage underperforms in a lot of ways. And I know that that's not the case because I've seen a lot of players do really good with these characters, and I've seen them have really high kill, elimination games and things like that. But just on the whole, while playing it, it feels that either the hits are a little bit inconsistent with the melee hits, or that they are just not doing as much damage output. And of course, I don't have the Rutger build out as to get the most damage output. I have Rutger built out as more of like a self-sustaining tank that can do decent damage, that can use the right click to slow people down and try to move in, use the wall to try to block people off and try to deny access to certain areas. So I've got him built more as a traditional tank role, but on the whole, it just doesn't feel like his damage output is near where it should be, in my opinion. Now I know he has crazy good HP, he has crazy good shields, there's a lot of stuff going on there. He does have a lot of AoE things, especially with the wall, the right click, and the ultimate ability that he has, but I feel like that they could buff the damage of him just a little bit, just enough to make him feel a little bit more impactful in the game, or buff the fact that whenever you get the digging deeper, you know, talent or whatever you want to call it, it deals armor ignoring damage, and then, you know, whenever you dodge and then swipe, it buffs for a crit chance. Whenever you jump and left click it on the backstab, it applies a bleed. It's cool that those things exist. It's cool that there's kind of like a little combo move that you can do there, but it would be nice if it was just like the more consecutive hits that you land on someone, the more the damage scales up, right? So because it's a 3-hit attack pattern, right? So if you were able to do the 1, the 2, and then whenever you do the 3rd hit, if it did a little bit more damage whenever you were actually hitting the same target, then that would make it feel a little bit better, at least in my opinion. And I'm sure it does scale up a little bit, but like it should be a significant, it should either increase or apply crit chance whenever you do that, or give us just a little bit of something else. But overall, I like Rutger as a character. I think he's super fun to play with. I think that he is a great tank, especially on the way that a lot of the maps are designed. You can use him to get in there and like close off barriers and things like that. But he's also very easy to get ganged up on, right? Whenever you're playing a tank character in this game, it's easy to get ganged up on and get taken out of the fight very quickly. With Rutger especially, it's very easy to get ganged up on because you are not as fast as a lot of the other characters. He does have his, you know, Burrow ability to be able to like get out of dodge if he needs to, but I don't think the Burrow ability doesn't necessarily remove him from the fight. The only thing that removes him from the fight, and the way that I use it, is his ultimate ability. You can pop that thing and you can get out of the fight very, very quickly. And it sucks that you have to use an ultimate to be able to have some type of an escape mechanism, but I think that it does okay for what it is. The wall is okay. You can use it as an escape mechanism if you're in the right spot, but if you don't throw it in the right place, then it's almost like a wasted wall at that point. So overall, I think he's a great character. I enjoy the character. It would be nice if they did buff his damage, his base damage, just a little bit to give him just a little bit more offensive capability. I mean, not up to the snuff of where Lord Knossos is. I mean, when you look at the breakdown of their offensive capabilities, I mean, Rutger, Margrave, and Paco are all the same across, and Ramsey are all the same across the board, and Zandora is even lower. Lord Knossos is almost maxed out on offensive capability. If they would just bump it up just a little bit, you know what I mean? Like maybe 5%. I think that would definitely make him feel like a better character overall. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, I'm sorry that, you know, I sound half dead. I kind of am half dead, but it's fine. We're making it through. And if this video comes off weird or rambly, that's why. It's been hard to kind of keep my thoughts, you know, straight and all that good stuff. If you haven't already, please be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays and also on Sundays, I will be streaming here on YouTube, so if you're interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
To do.